Hello and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Millie, and today we got another top-down little video where I will create a bunch of custom color stories with some palettes that I have from one brand. So I've previously done Natasha Denona and I depotted all of my Natasha Denona palettes and I created some custom color stories. So today we're going to be doing Colourpop, and I have 6 Colourpop palettes. Most of them are the 9-pan monochromatic palettes that have survived declutters. I've had a bunch of the other 9-pan monochromatic palettes from Colourpop, like the Lilac Yule Lot, Aha Honey, Strawberry Shake, and either I wasn't impressed with the quality of those or the color stories or whatever, but these ones are the ones that I have kept and that I love. So here it is, they're all depotted. We have a nice arrangement of blues, greens, oranges. There's some peach tones from the Sweet Talk palette, as well as purples and blacks and grays. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create some custom 9-pan palettes today, and I'm gonna be using this eyeshadow palette from Colourpop Smoke Show, which has been renamed now to Blow and Smoke. And I want to use this one because it has a nice neutral black background, so you can really see the color story. So let's get right into it. I have no idea what kind of color stories I want to create yet. Last time I kind of went with a blue theme and a purple theme, pink theme, green, grungy, and then cool toned theme. I think given that these were already monochromatic palettes, that's not quite going to work. So I'm gonna aim for still a grungy story, but also a bright colorful, maybe an earthy palette. And so I tried to fit everything into the frame so you can see which shadows I'm pulling and placing into the palette. And I will also include some swatches for sure. I forgot to do that last time and I was so mad. So this time I'm gonna make sure I remember to do some arm swatches of these, because I think that's another great way to really see the color stories when they're swatched out. So first I'm going to start with a grungy story. I think those ones are always easiest for me to do. I definitely see some grungier tones in here, like this green, for example. Obviously I'm not going to know the shade name of these. Next I'm thinking this one. I think this one's from the Sweet Talk palette. Just gonna... Then maybe an orange. This one is kind of the only one I see that... And then this gray I think would be nice as well. I'm just kind of placing them wherever. I think I should have first tried to lay them out without the palette before putting them in the palette. I'm not sure, there's a lot of bright colors, but this one's kind of a little grungy and we do definitely need an olive toned shimmer or some kind of shimmer in here. Next I'm thinking of like a more brighter green. So maybe this one. Just kind of placing it wherever. Maybe like this orange. It is not grungy by any means, but it is a bit more like earthy fall. And then I'm thinking this shade. And then one more shimmer. I'm kind of leaning towards this one maybe. It's a little darker though. The silver, maybe the silver would be cool. I'll put the silver in there. So I think this is where I'm at. And obviously it's not fully grungy given the restrictions that I have with the shades, but I do like this. I think this one's interesting. It does remind me a little bit of the Good Sport palette. So let me swatch this one out now. We've got the gray shade first, then this green. My hands are like so dirty from depotting these. Then we have this orange. Not grungy at all, but this really beautiful olive metallic. This one's not swatching well. This kind of orange matte. Silver metallic, wow. And then this bright orange. This burgundy, really beautiful shade. And olive green. So not the best swatches, but you can kind of see how those translate. I think I would definitely use this palette. It's giving me a little bit of army vibes. I don't know about you, but what do you think of this one? So next up I'm thinking of like a pretty bright palette with, you know, the brighter greens, brighter oranges, brighter blues, something just totally fun and almost like a rainbow palette. So first thing I'm drawn to is this bright orange. This palette is so dirty now. Definitely this blue as well. This orange, is that different enough? I guess that one's like peachy. We'll put this aside. I don't know yet if I exactly love that one. This blue is gorgeous. Definitely want this white as well. I think that'll be a good addition. Then this green is calling out to me. Do we have a bright green? Not really. I think this is the brightest. Let me put that in there, see what that looks like. I feel like we do need that orange now. I'm not sure the kind of looks you could create with this palette so far, but it is interesting for sure. Maybe like a deeper shade. I don't want to put too many blues in here because then it's going to be a blue palette. I'm thinking this purple, I wish we had a brighter purple. Definitely a little bit restricted in here. Maybe like a metallic purple up here. I don't know if I love this one, honestly. I think this was not great. Something about it. I feel like the green is really throwing me off here, so I'm gonna take those out. So no greens. I'm gonna put in this purple. And then maybe this peachy color. How would that look? I don't know, that looks kind of weird with the green, with the blue. I feel like the orange, this one is like really just throwing me off. This is hard. Maybe like a lighter blue. These ones look almost identical. Right here, right? I don't want the blues next to each other though, so. I feel like the purple and the orange though would kind of not go great together. Maybe I should add a brown instead of this purple. This one's hard. I don't know what I got myself into here. It's kind of weird. Maybe I should put it like in a corner. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm happy with this one. I'm kind of thinking, what would this look like? I think I like that one better. I'm gonna switch that out. There's only two metallics. I wonder if I could switch one out. Maybe this orange? No, I don't know. Personally prefer more mattes anyway, but still. So we have a purple metallic, a blue metallic. Maybe like I said, the orange metallic would be cool. Maybe I switch out one of these blues or the orange. I don't know, maybe it's just this one's throwing me off too much. Then it looks so dull. I don't know. So I just went and switched this around and I think I'm gonna leave it like that. It's nice and messy now. So now I'm gonna swatch it. Got this stunning metallic blue, bright orange, two oranges. This one's like a peach though. I haven't played with my monochromatic palettes in a long time. I feel like this would definitely make me want to play with them more. This is the white, the metallic purple, stunning blue, very powdery. The brown, light blue. And lastly, we have the purple. Really messed up this swatch, huh? Right here. So here we have it. Definitely interesting. What do you guys think of this palette? Next up, maybe like a nice neutral palette. So I'm drawn to this shade, for example. That one looks like almost the same. It's gonna be great trying to find which palette that belongs to. Maybe like this shade. This is basically gonna be the Sweet Talk palette, but not really. We're gonna add a little bit of something to it. If I want a deeper brown, I'm thinking of kind of adding a purple a little bit here. I think that might be fun. I'm gonna add this stunning duochrome. Pretty sure it's called like Earth Shine, I think. And then maybe this one as well. And I think one more shimmer, like a neutral shimmer maybe. Don't really have that many. I think this one would be a really nice addition though. I think I want to switch out one of these bottom mats for a, oops. I think I'm gonna switch out one of these. Those are like the same. So these two look pretty much the same, so I'm just gonna use one. And then let's see, we have 2 deep mattes, 3 kind of transition shades, 3 shimmers. So this last one's really like a wild card. I don't think it really matters. Wondering about this one. Maybe we want like a really light shade like this or this one. I mean, how much can you really do with that shade, right? I think that's fine. So this is kind of like a nice neutral palette. I could see a bunch of looks with this. You could use this row. You could kind of mix a couple of the rows. You could use these 3. You could use these 3. These 3. There's so many looks with this one. So let's swatch. We have this one. So beautiful. Kind of just like a really light peachy yellow shade. 2, look at that, such a beautiful duochrome. So reflective. And then we have pink. This deep burgundy almost. I'm really doing a great job with these swatches. So strange because these feel like gritty now. I don't remember them feeling gritty. You can kind of hear it too. So here's the neutral palette swatched. So this next one's gonna be the last one. I'm thinking of doing like a green blue kind of feel to it. So first thing I'm drawn to is this deep blue, deep green, maybe like one of these lighter blues, not there. Where do I want that? Maybe here. And then the lighter green. And then a couple of shimmers, probably this one. And then I already used that one, so maybe like this one is really beautiful as well. And of course we need some transition shades, so I'm gonna throw in this nice neutral, maybe this one. That'd be really boring, I don't know. I like this olivey one too. Maybe like a deeper green as well, be nice. And then maybe one more brown, or do I want to add a black in there? No. I already used the silver. What about a gray? Might be kind of interesting. Definitely thinking it needs like one more blue. Maybe I'll do this shimmer, this deep blue. But I don't like this layout, so I'm gonna quickly switch out this layout because I don't want 3 shimmers in a row. Just kind of looking at this now, I feel like I need another brown. If I had a deep brown, I would put it in here, but I don't. So, would it be weird to have a pop of orange? This is like the same thing. That is so lame. Don't want that one. I don't know. Definitely not the peachy ones. That would look awful. What about this one? This one's a cool shade. Kind of random though. Ooh, this would be interesting for an inner corner highlight in there. I still wish I had a deep brown. This one's too burgundy, so I don't want to throw it in there, but if I had a cooler tone deep brown, that would be great. So this is where I'm gonna leave it at because I don't have that. So now let's swatch it. We have this green, this really beautiful inner corner highlight, the super deep matte green, the one brown shade, sky blue, this really gorgeous like blue silver, deep blue. Wow, this swatched awful. Let me try to fix that. This beautiful lime green. And lastly, this matte green. This one's really nice. So here's the palette. What do you think of this one? So that's everything for today's video. I think this was much harder to do a 9-pan palette versus a 5-pan that I did with the Natasha Denona. I think that was much easier because with the 9 pans, you really gotta think about the color story more, if that makes sense. But let me know in the comments below which color story was your favorite. And I will link the Natasha Denona video down in the description box in case you're interested. I will also leave up some of my other videos up on the screen in case you want to keep watching. So now I'm going to go and put all these eyeshadows back. So thanks for hanging out with me. I hope to see you next time.